Okay, back to KOTOR here on Tatooine. So last time we had just come out of here, yeah? The droid shop. We need some money for HK, which we do not have. So we could swing back to Bespin and see about selling stuff, maybe. Have we really gained anything substantial to sell? The answer to that is, yeah, not really. We have a spare Jurgen Kaltas. That might actually finance HK. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna try that. We're gonna try and get HK right away before we head out into the desert proper. Oh, we also have those bonds to sell or whatever from racing. That also might do it. So let's look at the map real quick. We did the droid shop. We did the cantina. Did we? No, we never did the cantina. Let's do the cantina first. And then we'll go get HK. Alright, well, we're looking for, Bachelor's mother. We got some
Something you want,
Zerkas.
Spacer. Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it, you swoop racers. Do you even know what it takes to run an outpost like this? As long as there's flat ground, what do you care?
I'm getting sick of your, I don't think I need to, this might make me, like, kill the guy. I just have some questions, don't give me any trouble.
Trouble? Why would I want to make trouble with you? This planet has more than enough as it is.
You're not much of a spokesperson for Zerka, are ya?
Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will.
Anything useful to say? I'm getting tired of this.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want that now, would I? Just leave me alone.
Yeah,
Just
sorry.
hot air
I'm not
blowing
gonna,
in. Well,
I'm
take it
not gonna
somewhere
start a
else.
fight.
I don't have patience
I want
right now, not
to,
with my workload.
but we're not
Come on,
gonna.
leave me alone. I don't want to have anything more to do with you.
Alright, that took a lot of conversation just to get
Go to
around
the Zerko offices if you want a job.
to
I'm off
nothing.
duty.
Gandroff, Helena, that's Bastila's mother.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me.
Are you,
I saw you down near the track,
Gandroff the
didn't I?
Grey or Gandroff the White?
I've been distracted by what happened on Taris.
Yes, I was at Mata's. Can I ask a question or two?
Sure, not a problem. Might as well try to pass along some of what I know. My racing days are pretty much done.
Yeah,
Keep
I don't really
safe.
give a
Yep.
shit. Sorry, Gandalf, I'm gonna go talk to this lady.
Yes? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother, but don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
Off to a great
You
start.
knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
My mother is dead.
Is that so? I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulted. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Don't you want to find your father's remains?
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human. And the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron. An ignoble end to a fine man.
Why? What about your mother's sickness?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Okay. Quest acquired. Furco Nellis, a Jawa server. We'll dig the sand for you one day. Are you threatening me, little man? Do you want to fucking go? I will kill you. Okay, anyway.
Well, a fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Bazak.
No.
All right. But remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
I'm good, thank you. I've had enough Bazak for, I think, the entire playthrough, dealing with the vendor on Bespin. Alright, we got Junix, we got an Ithorian patron. Alright, let's see what the bartender has.
Huh? Who are you then? Only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum.
Okay, anything out of the ordinary?
I suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Taris. That's all anyone from Off-World is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. But war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out here.
Spoken like a true capitalist. What about more local?
No,
No. No, you don't know, or no, you won't tell me.
just no. I don't look for trouble. You'll have to talk to people yourself if you want more than that. If you don't mind. All right, then.
Let's just see what he's
Circa
got.
Corporation only worries about keeping their own stores full. I don't have much on hand.
Talking about getting the money moving, but also he's just buried beneath a fucking corporate monopoly that's fucking his business over. Classic. Why would the government do this? Meanwhile, it's just getting fucking repressed by a corporation. Sith Tremor Sword is interesting. I'm gonna buy the Battle Axe because it's $1. The Luxem Crystal, probably also worth buying. I don't know if we have a Luxem, but I feel like buying any upgrades we see is good. But of course, we're gonna get the droid first. This guy shockingly has some interesting stuff. Even like the heavy blaster is not that bad because we only really have like the one offhand weapon, I think. I mean, it's still kind of shit. 1 to 8 isn't great, but you know. Demo +2. Ooh. Do I want the Bazak cards? I think I have enough +-2s. The 6 is interesting. Only 50 credits. Maybe just one. Maybe just one as a treat, you know? Alright, let's head to Bespin. I was thinking I could pause the recording, but there is the distinct possibility of stuff happening. We also Might want to consider talking to companions. Actually,
How
let's
can I
talk to
help?
Bastila. Do you want to talk?
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I
Did we
find
hear
that
this one already?
Disturbing.
Why didn't you ask about her
I have
sickness?
my doubts as to whether she's actually sick.
Why would she lie about it?
Mother used to lie about many things to get her way. She's a selfish woman.
Obviously,
who pushed
this is
my father
new.
into doing what she wished.
You sound bitter.
Yes, I thought I'd let go of that anger. All my training and it comes back so quickly. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Okay.
How can I help?
Do you want to talk?
About my mother?
Okay, it's just the same thing. It seems to have upset you.
I told you that my mother and I never got along. Obviously, that has not changed. And now father is dead. That leaves a hurt inside you just can't imagine. I haven't seen him in so long. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Okay. What about you, Karth?
Yes, what's on your mind?
No. Okay. Yeah. Probably get a level up in us or something and then talk to some people again. Probably the way to do it. Yeah, I suppose I can cut all this. The load times are actually pretty decent. You can almost just keep that in there. It's not doesn't actually take that much time. I don't know if anything can trigger here currently, like character conversations or actual events, which is why I'm just going to keep it in, because if I were pausing the recording for this and something did happen, I would just have to reload and it kind of would suck. You know, I did not check how much money I needed. I probably should have, but whatever. Alright, I'm sure we can make enough here that will be safe. Yeah, 65. I'm pretty sure that's going to be enough. These are 84. I'm not going to sell the poison blades. Luxem was the crystal we saw. We do have 3 of these. That's not that bad. I could sell some green crystals. Keep like 4. I guess theoretically these would cycle between all sorts of available colors with the equipping and unequipping. So there's that. Alternate versions of Bendax Blaster. Interesting. Maybe I should have kept those green crystals. It's fine. There'll be more. Light scan visor. 48 bucks. Who gives a shit? It ain't worth anything. Thermal shield generator. Let's sell at least... Well, I did want to keep 3 because it made sense to keep 3. If there was ever a reason we needed fire immunity. It's a lot of money, though. I'll sell 1. I don't even know if there's any fights where fire is, like, relevant. And theoretically, if we were in a fight against somebody using fire, only the melee people would need it anyway. Because you would assume a flamethrower would be short-ranged, right? And then the reaction system, I don't know if... Interesting that these are different regenerators, but they're identical in all aspects. Yeah, I think I'll keep the implant. That seems fine. Alright, race bonds. I gotta click this 99 times? Seriously? Why is there not a sell all? I gotta click this more than 99 times to have the second stack. You're gonna watch this, too. I'm leaving this in. If I have to deal with this shit, you gotta deal with watching this shit. Oops. We can buy that back just to keep it as a novelty if I want. 2 on all the upgrades. Yeah, 0. Give me that back. That's mine. Okay, 32k seems like plenty. So I'm thinking... I should probably look up Candorus's quest, figure out how that works, the joggy thing. Do we have... Yes. Maybe you can ask him about this later. Yeah, maybe there needs to be another level to that. Let's do, let's disembark with Candace and Karth and see if anything triggers when we get to Tatooine. We'll grab HK, which should trigger a party reformation. And then with the party reformation, we can actually figure out the group to go out and venture into the desert. Let's see if he has anything to say here first.
Yeah, what are you?
No.
A real... There any...
Okay. So yeah, his conversation is currently caught up. Okay, yeah, nothing, no docking bay depart triggers, so fine. I mean, it could be a triggered thing elsewhere too. Let's get the level. Master Power Blast? He must have started with that, because we're going melee. So 2-weapon, melee. Melee spec is done. So it's toughness, or an attack, which could be power attack. -3 penalty to hit. If it was flurry, -1 to defense, -1 to attacks, multiple attacks. I don't really know how the math on these ends up working out. Let's just do toughness. I think it's probably not the worst idea to just have at least one of the melee characters be pushed really quickly into just maximum tanking. That way, if we do find some sort of like fight where we feel like a tank is the thing that would help it, we have somebody that can fill that role. And I think it does make sense for that person to be Candace. Because he does get heavy armor. Heavy armor while being a melee-focused character, unlike Karth, right? The fuck is that? Is that must be a ship? That was weird. It just looked like a single pixel. Well, not like a single pixel, but like a single little square floating around. Okay, yeah, there's just a whole bunch of them there. It's just definitely ships. Okay, droid shop was here. We could embark with Candace and see if maybe the Mandalorian thing is just stumbled across, maybe? Let's talk about HK. Every function's tested. You don't seem to know much about it. We've done, like, all of this, right? Let's talk price. Okay, yeah, there's 2,500. I'll pay it. You will? I mean, of course you will. Let me just withdraw those credits. Hey, you weren't lying. Well, thank you very much. Just go on over and talk to it. I'll deactivate the restraining bolt when you take possession. It's a good purchase, especially if it actually speaks the Sand People dialect like it said. Of course, I don't think it will tell me everything. Not many droids are programmed to lie, though. Goodbye. Okay. XP. Money spent.
I see you have purchased. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when
I shouldn't have skipped that dialogue.
Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
Travel with me.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Alright, we go to party selection. Let's dump you currently. Go with the Dark Side Squad. Okay. Well, let's level you up and then equip you. You have a lot of strength to start with, which is not a very good distribution of points for a droid. I assume we would just really want to tunnel Dex on this. Skill spread is only 2 points per level. And he's got a distribution that's, I guess, fine. Tunneling repair makes sense to me. That way he can repair himself optimally. Let's take Dex. Yeah, because everything's already a round number anyway. Alright, he picks up a feat. He starts... So he does get combat feats. Dueling, two-weapon fighting, blasters. He can use pistols. He's not stuck specifically with rifles. I couldn't remember how that all worked out. He starts with toughness. Seems fine. I actually... Is there ever a good reason to not do two-weapon? This is something that feels weird to me about this game, right? About just the balancing in KOTOR. You've got, you know, two-weapon fighting to offset the penalties for dual wielding, right? So this is something you invest feats in to get a damage bonus. So really the upside for, like, using a blaster rifle is essentially that you don't have to invest feats into making it work, right? You don't have to invest into two-weapon fighting to make a dual-wield build work, and you don't have to invest into dueling to make a one-handed single-weapon build work. The problem being that, like, there's not that much to actually buy with your feats, so it just seems optimal to me to always invest in dueling or two-weapon fighting, because there's no overt bonus to not doing that. Now, with the current, you know, spec here, we could, you know, not take this currently, I guess. And the question becomes... Actually, the question is, how many feats does he get? Hold on, I'm going to cancel this. This is level 9. Let me look up Combat Droid real quick. Okay, he gets 4 feats, counting this one. Which means if we actually do finish two-weapon fighting, we can't finish a attack specialism in either, right? We can't finish up both Master Power Blast and two-weapon fighting. So actually, this is kind of the exception of what I said, where, like, you know, you have enough feats to invest that why would you not just go dual wield? In this case, you actually do have an argument. So if we do 4 feats here, we could finish up Master Power Blast, then we have 2 left over. We could finish Toughness, which doesn't really feel that necessary for a ranged fighter. Battle Droid Logic Upgrade. This is automatic, right? I think so. And this is automatic, for sure. Because the chart I looked at for the class level up did have defense bonus. I assume this is the defense bonus. It's just in the form of this feat. This is interesting, actually. Slightly. I also don't hate the idea of having, like, one character that is dedicated to using a two-handed blaster, because, like, making every character completely identical in terms of equipment loadout is not as interesting. So I guess the question then becomes, I can easily switch my range specialization. Do I want to do, like, say, Sniper Shot? This uses intelligence. We're 14, right? Yeah. Okay. I could have maybe put those points into intelligence if I wanted to do Sniper Shot. I'm just thinking about, like, in combination with the main character, right? I'm a sneak attack build. This stunning chance would help with that. Let's do it. Let's do Sniper Shot build. And then we'll have 1 feat left over at the end, which can be probably just toughness. Ooh, okay. I missed that heavy as its own, separate from blaster rifle. It might be this. It might be heavy weapons. But I'm gonna start sniper now, I think. +1 attack is not a huge difference. And I guess demo here. Actually, computer use is a class skill. And so is security. Is there logic to putting a point into each of these? I can't remember. There might be like a trained thing. It's probably not in this game. It might be a KOTOR 2 thing where there's a reason to put a single point in at least to be able to use like spikes or something. Ultimately, like, my point distribution here doesn't matter. Like, we have enough equipment modifiers, like, demo's not gonna matter. None of these are gonna matter except for, like, repair. So I can just put these 2 points in here for shits and giggles. Like, who cares? It doesn't fucking matter. Skills are super worthless in this game. Okay, so he begins with a sonic rifle. Let's look at the weapon situation. So, starting with the droid disruptor, 8 and 12 on droids. This is 10. With sniper, we do want something with a really good crit range. Theoretically. This is not something we need to worry about yet. This is 3 and 20 and upgradable. I think we said that this was the thing to go with. It was going to be really good, maybe. 3 and 10, 2, 9, 2, 11. And then Jurgen Kaltas. Weapon proficiency, blaster rifle, power attack, power blast, rapid shot, sniper shot. What a weird required proficiency spread on that gun. 12 and 8, that's at 20. Actually. Yeah, we need to actually... Ooh, 17 to 20? Theoretically upgradable? I don't know if this actually was. It might be bugged. That crit threat, though. The threat range triples, right? So this would be like a 8 to 20 crit or something ridiculous. With the highest tier. Let's not equip a weapon quite yet. Let's get this other stuff here. Sonic cold, heat, energy, sonic cold, heat. Wait. Oh, one of them just has a charge used. Fair. Stun ray, 100% stun for 9 seconds, DC 20. Doesn't tell me what DC, but I guess it probably doesn't matter. Cold 20 points on hit, paralyze 100%, DC 15 for half. Paralyze reduced to 3 seconds. So I don't know if paralyze functions like stun. If this always triggers sneak attack, this could be incredible. I want to try this out. Uses unlimited Baragwan flamethrower. It doesn't have... It doesn't say what it does. Let's throw it on there. Medium defense bonus 4. And then we got a whole pile of higher tier ones we cannot use yet. Light 2 and medium 1 are essentially the same. Fair. Awareness 2 and awareness 2. And then these are security. Security. Okay, I mean, whatever. Sure. Okay. I mean, that'll work till we check out the gun. Do we have a workbench in here by chance? That would have been very convenient if your shop had a workbench. It does not. Okay, well, we need to go back to the ship anyway, because we can do the repair thing for HK. So let's look at that. We would have Calrissian utility belt and the interface visor. No. Agent interface? Yes. And that puts us at a fat 17. Okay. Okay, so Brogwin Assault 3 to 20. The only Jurgen Kaltas that can actually be upgraded is... This is probably the real version of this gun, right? So 1 to 8. So 3 to 20, looking quite a lot better. 1d6, 1d6, 1d6. I think this is... Yeah, that's insane. And this is 1d4, 1d4, 1d4. Yeah, I mean, this is a higher crit threat, but this isn't... This isn't exceptional in any way. Let's take a quick look at the other ones. Yeah, this just sucks ass. This one does get keen, which is interesting. Yeah, so this can be 1720. But I mean, these other upgrades are so shit. I feel like picking a weapon specifically because it can be keen is a trap. That's not anything good. This is obviously what we actually do. Okay. Let's make a save and let's start talking to HK here. Actually, let me pause the recording and go look up the final tier for the repairs. Okay, we have what we need. 17 is the correct number. Assuming, you know...
Statement. HK-47
The
is ready
DC
to
is
serve,
37, but it
Master.
should be auto 20. I'd like to know more about your functionality.
Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
But you said removing your restraining bolt will restore your memory.
Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true.
So you lied.
Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Athorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master?
How can you not know parts of your functionality?
Answer. There have been numerous repairs and tampering made to my system, Master. Several systems are not operating as they should be. The fact that my memory is incomplete may be due to meatbag incompetence, or something else I am unaware of.
Any way to repair you?
Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
So I can restore your memory.
Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with.
Yeah.
Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
Yeah, so this is so that like his true memory isn't unlocked until the relevance of the plot comes out. For the twist. How do I go about restoring parts of your memory?
Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful.
I'd like to try restoring some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
Are you implying I am inept?
Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such.
God, I love HK. I'm gonna be very good at what I do, you know.
Appeasement. Yes, Master. Of course, Master. Could we begin?
Let's do it.
Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels.
Fade out.
And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it?
Okay. A random idea that's completely unrelated to this popped into my head. Can you imagine an RPG where you do something like this with a robotic companion and the ultimate goal, the ultimate like outcome at the end of it all is that he like rebels, you like give him free will, and he just becomes like a villain of the story. Like the secret villain was your robot companion the whole time and he just duped you into like releasing him. That would be sick. Yes, tell me about your master, whoever he may be.
Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SizeTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties.
Interesting. This is not true, right? Oh, but wait, this might be... Yeah. So this is probably... this is the owner before the Authorian, which is not, you know, the owner, the substantial one plot-wise, right? You can't identify this acquaintance?
Explanation. That previous owner is part of memories that are still deleted, Master. It is customary for droids' memories to be wiped when it is sold.
Is this man still alive?
Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown.
You killed your own master, eh?
Affirmative, Master, though I had not been programmed to do so. The human's termination was accidental. Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination.
Yeah, okay, short, very short
He
time.
was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order.
And how did that result in his death?
My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of SciTech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers.
Why didn't he just deactivate you?
Answer. I was not present to be deactivated, Master. Part of my protocol is not to return to my master until my function is complete. I still had 15 officers to go. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of SciTech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me.
And that's when you killed him?
Objection. Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect.
Well, it was his own fault.
Statement. I was only doing as I was told, Master. I would have told the human the proper codes to deactivate my protocol, had he asked. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, SciTech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning.
Are you sure this actuator can't be fixed?
Assessment. I do not believe so, Master. It would require complete dismantlement of my chassis. A most involved procedure.
Did you recover any other memories?
I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing.
Alright, +2 decks. Let's go.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Let's restore some more of that memory, buddy.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
Let's get started.
Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is
Okay, so this is the
accessing
same
my
dialogue
central
here.
control cluster. This may take a while.
We'll skip the
And
skip
now rewire the last 3
Yep,
relays.
same.
Access complete. I have recovered information on
Okay.
my owner.
So we're going like
previous
one
commercial
owner
officer
per step, I
master.
imagine, on these. I don't remember this dialogue. I might not have fully ever completed this. The like that first one there was somewhat familiar, but I didn't remember this whole like chain of owners thing. What's so intriguing?
Statement. It appears that my previous owner was a human senator on the planet Coruscant. A man of importance who obviously appreciated quality craftsmanship.
And how did he get a hold of you?
Answer. I am unsure, Master. Any knowledge of my owner prior to him is still deleted. The senator did assume I was a protocol droid, however. I do remember that I was very pleased to be the property of a senator. One of his assistants discovered my assassination functions later through questioning. The assistant was quite alarmed and told the senator I should be scrapped quickly to avoid a scandal. Naturally, the senator had me eliminate the fool.
So every one of these going to be like, yeah, then my master discovered my assassination protocols, used them, and fucking died. Is that going to be the whole gimmick here? So we're not talking about a nice senator, I see.
Observation. Senators are not nice, Master.
Tell me about
They
it,
are
man.
either on top of the game or yesterday's news. My master told me that frequently, you see. I was most proud to have partaken in the political system of the galaxy. During the time my owner possessed me, he gained significant rank. Given time, I believe he could have become Chancellor. I even eliminated a few key opponents that he did not ask for. Freebies, if you will.
Guys, is KOTOR woke? You can do that?
Answer. Certainly. Why not? I am an intelligent droid, you know. I see an opportunity, and I take it. And my master was most pleased with my work. Observation. I think he would have done far better had he not allowed his use of me to become personal. He set me on his wife.
Oh, shit. Why would he do that?
Answer. I am unsure. The human was most agitated and angry. I believe his wife had done something that had displeased him greatly. I was to go to their summer estate and terminate his wife, along with whatever male companion I discovered there.
Okay. So his wife was cheating on him.
Statement. I have no idea, Master. Cheating seems to be a relevant term only when one is caught in the act. Otherwise, it is viewed as intelligence. No? I journeyed to the southern continent, but it appeared my master was not far behind me. Apparently, he regretted his activation of the protocol. When I found the wife and her companion, I proceeded to launch my attack, but my master interposed his own body and was destroyed. It was rather a strange meatbag thing to do you not agree? Naturally, I shut myself down, my master being terminated.
2 out of 2 masters killed by you, huh?
Observation. Only so far, Master. There are still more memories not recovered, remember?
So what happened to you then?
Statement. I believe the senator's wife was unsure what I was or what to do with me. It was she who sold me to the corporate officer, an acquaintance.
Senator's wife with close corporate ties? No. Such a thing would surely never happen. Have you recovered any other memories?
Answer. As previously, I have found a few more programs which will enhance my performance. A most gratifying discovery, in fact. There is still nothing from previous memories uncovered. You will have to operate again if you desire to find them. With luck, I will discover the stimulus to unlock my core, and all this will be unnecessary. I do thank you for the attempt, however, Master.
Alright, +2 defense. Great.
Statement. HK.
Alright, store memory.
Request.
Blah, blah, blah. Get started, as we've seen before. Fade out,
And
fade
now
in.
Rewire
the
three
relays.
access complete.
Yes.
I have accessed information on my owner prior to the senator, Master. Most unexpected.
What now?
Answer. It appears that previous to my ownership by the senator, I was the property of one Bochaba the Hutt on the planet...
Bochaba. Slaheron. And what gruesome fate awaited him?
Objection. That is unfair, Master. While Bochaba may have died gruesomely, I most certainly had nothing to do with it. Well, very little. My memories tell me that, for a time, Bochaba was one of the most feared gangsters on Slaheron. I helped him with this reputation greatly. Over a span of 1 year, I terminated a grand total of 322 sentient meat bags. These contracts made Bochaba very wealthy.
And what happened to stop that?
It was unfortunate but inevitable that eventually Bochaba would overstep his bounds. I had just cleared 2 hut households when the exchange retaliated. Statement: I was not even present when my old master was assassinated. I did appreciate the artistry behind his demise upon my return, however.
Why? How was he executed?
Answer: allow me to say that I have little doubt that residents of that sector were fishing pieces of Bochaba out of their soup for weeks afterward. At any rate,
Wow.
I quickly shut down upon my master's death. The rival hut claimed me along with my master's other possessions. Observation: if that hut had only known my true function, he surely would not have sold me to a senator he bribed regularly.
Would you have preferred to stay on Slaheron?
Observation: it would have suited my character, master. I have enjoyed my existence since, more or less, so I do not miss it.
You remember anything else?
Answer: negative, master. There is still more memory that can be restored, however, if you wish to try. As well, I believe I can restore several programs the hut installed to improve my performance. Yes, they are now active, contemplative. I wonder how many more dead masters I might have out there. A droid can live for a long time, you know.
All right. He regens HP, which actually seems like a much more useful perk for a droid than for a living character like Canderous. Canderous also has HP over time. But because you can't heal him with force powers, potentially useful if you want to min-max your med packs, just, go take a shit or something while you wait for him to recover. All right, one more to go.
Statement: HK-47 is ready to serve, master.
All right, I would like to try restoring some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe, request.
Let's get started. Skip the thing. Skip the
And
whatever.
now, access complete. I have recovered the last of my deleted memory, master. Unfortunately, my history is still not complete.
What? Why not?
Answer: as I did inform you, master, the majority of my memory is still locked within my core. That can only be accessed by the appropriate stimuli, and I have no idea what that stimuli might be.
It's the plot, HK. It's the plot.
Sadly, it seems my true origins will always be a mystery.
You are eager to find out your origins, aren't you?
Query: wouldn't you be, master? Here I am, surrounded by all these meat bags, and all I desire is true perfection. Surely there are more droids like me out there. Or is that too much to hope?
Well, you would assume there's at least 46 other ones, right?
Objection. Oh, fine. Laugh at me, master. Humiliate your pet droid. Go ahead.
So tell me about this last owner, then.
Correction. That would actually be my first owner, master. The first I can remember. I had completed an assassination in Mandalorian space, though I have no knowledge
clue.
of what my target was or who sent me. Regardless, my motor function had been damaged, and I could not return to wherever I had been sent from. A Mandalorian soldier claimed me as booty, I believe. He repaired me, poorly I might add, and proceeded to use my assassination protocol to raise his rank.
So no way to find out who sent you there originally.
Answer: such knowledge is locked within my core, master, as I said.
I like pride.
There is no way to withdraw it otherwise. At any rate, it seems that my Mandalorian owner finally decided to send me against Mandalore himself. My poorest performance, sadly.
Oh, and why is that?
Answer: I was captured by this Mandalore during the attempt. He was able to reverse my programming and send me after my own master. It was quite distressing. There was little I could do. Needless to say, I dispatched the Mandalorian soldier efficiently. Once I deactivated, I believe I eventually ended up on the black market and was sold to the Hutt on Slaheron. My darkest day.
So you killed that master directly.
Statement? So I did. I am not very proud of that, master. The soldier seemed very startled, I must say.
So you couldn't kill Mandalore, huh?
Statement. With all due respect, master, he is the leader of the Mandalorians. Perhaps my old master was foolish to send me after him.
You're just, I don't really want to call him bad luck. I liked him. You remember anything else?
Answer. There are a few Mandalorian implants that I can activate now. They will improve my performance. Beyond that, master, there is nothing more I can relate to you. With luck,
Right.
we will discover the stimulus to unlock my core very soon.
Another regen, or maybe a upgraded regen rate, because the other one was 1 every 3, right? So presumably this replaces that. It's not 1 every 3 and 1 every 6, which would be weird. And more decks. Cool. Okay. Well, very cool. I forgot. Kind of a tall motherfucker, huh? It's like a full head above me? I kind of forgot that. I just kind of attributed him to being like person-sized. Okay, I want to grab you, and I want to compare you to Karth. Oops. Yeah, okay. Just to get a sense of your capabilities. So, if we go to you and we give you that gun, which was this one, which is now a staggering 38 damage. Yeah, Karth is 21 damage with these two blasters. To be fair, our spread of blaster pistols are generics, not upgraded ones, so it's understandable maybe that they would be a little lackluster in comparison. 143 HP, 22 defense versus 131 and 24. He seems quite good right now. Keep in mind that his armor plating too is dog shit. Like the second he gets an upgrade here to tier 3, we get 13 defense plus 9, putting him at a fat 33 AC. Seems quite good right now, actually. Which is, happy, makes me happy, because traditionally the droids have been lackluster characters in these games. At least the first one. I don't remember if they give him more in the second one. So yeah, okay. So let's unequip Karth. We're not going to use them right now. We are waiting for a docking bay trigger for his quest line before he's any use to us in terms of his own, character progression. Same with Canderous. Canderous, actually, we're waiting for a dialogue, I think, from him. And then maybe a docking bay thing. I don't know exactly. I looked it up and I already forgot it. But point is, we're not going to find Joggy out on the Dune Sea right now. So I'm thinking, hold on, actually. Do I have... Is he equipped? Just the armor. Okay, that's just what I wanted. And then you, I think we're equipped. Yeah, so we're going to strip this off. You can keep the Jedi Knight robe. You can keep your double-bladed. I'm rocking double blades on everybody. Actually, no. Let's take the lightsaber. No, keep it. Keep it. Just keep it. Fuck it. I just kind of, lightsabers, conceptually are, tied to a character. It just kind of feels appropriate that they would keep that. Okay, Bastila then. You have this one. Yeah. So I think the deal with her is essentially that it's worse, but better defensively, right? And this one is completely unupgraded. Okay. And then let's get the equipment sorted back out. Let's do this. Let's just do a full unequip. Keep the shields. I don't care about that. Actually, keep the stabilizer gloves. This is definitely your niche. And then I just want to make sure we're optimized here. 3 charge on the power shield. So power gloves with strength is definitely our niche. Yep, so we keep those for the headpiece. Dex 2 combat sensor is what we were using before. I think that's going to stay. And then we ended up with, yeah, Verpine headband is what we had on Bastila. So yeah, let's keep the Dex because we're the frontline fighter. Bastila can keep the headband because the will save is not completely irrelevant. She's got the Master Robe. We're going to keep the upgraded exoskeleton. And then for the belt, so saves and 2 Dex, or the stealth unit for 3 Dex. We're at 14. Oh, we're at 14 with the stealth unit. Yes. Okay, so we want the stealth unit for Bastila. 21. I think we take the stealth unit as well. I might as well get the Dex to a round number. I think the stimulator is the better one overall. +4 to saves is pretty good. Honestly, well, she is still getting on the front line. No, I think the stimulator's better. If I'm being real, I think the stimulator is better for both. I think losing 1 AC is worth 4 saves. Like, that seems true. And no implants on anybody. Okay, that seems good to me. 31, 26, 38. So HK actually has the highest direct damage output. The dual wield here definitely, though, makes us higher at 50. And she is technically 50 as well. So he does lag behind. So as far as range characters go, HK is exceptional right now, but he does not hold a candle to specifically our Jedi. Which makes sense because the lightsabers are entirely dependent on the upgrades, and we have some pretty exceptional upgrades. Alright, let's end this episode here, and then next time we actually hit up the Dune Sea.